Hello, Jessica Frost Ballas here with a video for lawnfawn. Today I'm taking a little inspiration from one of my favorite movies and putting a little bit of a lawnfawn spin on it. So let's get started. First I've stamped the octopus from Ocean Shell-fie, the fish from Fintastic Friends, and the fishbowl from Keep On Swimming, and I'm coloring them with Copic markers. The fish isn't quite the right species, but she works well enough for Dory, and I'm using lots of orange shades to color Hank the octopus from Finding Dory. Both Finding Nemo and Finding Dory are some of my favorite movies, and when I saw that octopus stamp, I knew I wanted to create a Finding Dory inspired card. My husband's a school teacher who will be starting the year teaching virtually, so I thought it would be fun to slip this card into his planner on his first day of teaching. I think we're all going to need to remember to keep on swimming this year. Anyway, as you can see, I kept building up shades of orange and light red until I was happy with the color of the octopus. I probably could have reduced down to 3 dark orange markers, but at first I couldn't decide what colors to use, so I just kept blending and adding more. Next, I die cut the aquarium plants, rock bases, and fish from the Build-An-Aquarium set and colored them with Copic markers. I also realized that I needed to cut the smaller rock base and added it later. When coloring small die-cut images, I like to stick them to a piece of purple tape or painter's tape to keep them in place. Next, I created the background for my aquarium by using inspiration from my friend Erica. She creates beautiful Copic colored backgrounds, and I thought they'd be perfect for this scene. So I simply added heavy lines of each color, and then went back and forth between the colors, blending until it became a seamless ombre blend. Once I was finished, I die cut it with the main segment of the Build-An-Aquarium die. Off camera, I also ended up coloring another small panel for the side of the aquarium. Next, I colored my fish tank that I'll be modifying into a coffee pot to fit the movie better. I used the same Copic shades as the aquarium water. Then I colored a sandy background using Copic markers and die cut it with the hilly dye included in the Build-An-Aquarium set. Next, I created my background by blending Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink over the Brick Stencil onto a panel of Strathmore Bristol smooth cardstock. I focused the color mostly around the edges in the top right corner, but you can clearly see the pattern across the whole panel. Later you'll notice that I also added a little stenciling to the coffee pot so that it appears like it's clear glass. Then it was time to start assembling my card. I die cut the main elements of the Build-An-Aquarium set from black cardstock and adhered the shorter angled panels to the top and bottom to create a more vertically oriented aquarium. I also added a little patch of sand to the side of the aquarium and then adhered it to the panels. I adhered a piece of pattern paper from the Spring Fling pack to my stenciled background to ground the scene, and then adhered my aquarium. Then I trimmed the overhang off the left side of the background panel. I love the dimensional look of the aquarium, and a little foam tape on the top and bottom gives it even more of a 3D look. Next, I adhered the rocks over the plant bases. I also die cut a circle from black cardstock and adhered it to the fishbowl to create my coffee pot handle. Then I adhered the rest of my images to the card panel to finish the scene. I also cut one of the octopus's arms so that he could hold the coffee pot. I used a white gel pen to add a few accents to the images, and then decided I wanted to change up the octopus's eyes a bit. In the movie, Hank has big expressive eyes, and I thought some googly eyes would be perfect. After adhering the eyes, I gave him some eyelids by die cutting orange circles, cutting them in half and adhering a half circle over each eye. I think it gives him a lot of character. Next, I added a sentiment stamped from Keep On Swimming, and heat embossed it with white embossing powder on black cardstock. Off camera, I added black circles to the fish's eyes and stenciled the coffee pot. Finally, I finished the card by adding a layer of crystal glaze to his eyelids and the coffee pot. And that's it! You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below or over on the lawnfawn blog. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have a fantastic day and happy crafting! Bye!